Good morning, children. In last video, we have seen introduction to acid, bases and salts and their physical properties. Here in this video, we'll see chemical properties of acids and bases. So since we know what are acids have taste, it turns blue litmus red. Acid solution conducts electricity and it can release H plus ion in aqueous solution. All these things we have seen in last video itself. Now we'll see their types. It can be classified into two types, that is natural acid and then mineral acids. Natural acids are also called organic and mineral acids are also called as inorganic or man-made or synthetic acids. Usually these natural acids can be obtained from natural resources and mineral acids can be prepared from minerals. So for natural acids, some examples are methanoic acid, acetic acid, and this one is oxalic acid. Here for mineral acids, it is hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid, phosphoric acid, and carbonic acid. So now we'll see the chemical properties. The first property is acid can be reacted with metal, which gives salt and hydrogen. So you can take any metal. So here I have taken it is zinc that reacts with hydrochloric acid that gives you a salt and a hydrogen gas. So we know in first lesson itself we have studied that whenever you are writing an equation, it should be a balanced one. Otherwise we call them as an skeleton equation. So since this equation is balanced and also their states also it is mentioned, like whether it is solid, liquid or aqueous or anything. So whenever you are writing, just kindly note down their states, whether it is solid, aqueous or whatever it is. So one more equation we'll see. So here I have taken sodium that reacts with sulfuric acid. So what you will get? One salt and one salt and then hydrogen you should get. So when sodium reacts with hydrogen sulfate, that is sulfuric acid, you will get Na2SO4, that is sodium sulfate, which is aqueous, along with hydrogen gas. And you have to write whether it is balanced or not and just check it once and then balance it. So since here N alone it is 2, so I'm adding 2 here. Next one is, usually this metal reacts with acid, gives you hydrogen, that is a basic. So through this we can have test for hydrogen gas, that is the gas which is evolved here can be tested by bringing the lighted candle near it. So the gas burns with a pop sound. This confirms the evolution of hydrogen. So in order to check hydrogen, you can have this test. So next property is metal carbonate reacts with acid. So that gives you salt, carbon dioxide and then water. Same like last equation, but here we have taken carbonate. Carbonate, we know it is CO3. Whenever you find CO3 in the reactants, one of the product will be carbon dioxide. This I have told you already. So whenever you are finding carbonate in the reactant, one of the product will be carbon dioxide. So here they have taken metal carbonate, that is sodium carbonate reacts with HCl, which gives you sodium chloride. So sodium chloride along with CO2 and then H2O. Okay, and again it is calcium carbonate that reacts with H2SO4, that is sulfuric acid. So that gives you CaSO4 plus CO2 along with H2O. So you have to note down what state it is, whether it is aqueous or whatever it is. So third one is metal hydrogen carbonate. This is metal carbonate and here it is metal hydrogen carbonate, or else we call this as bicarbonates, metal bicarbonates. So metal hydrogen carbonate reacts with acid, that gives you same salt, carbon dioxide and then water. So here we have taken sodium hydrogen carbonate or sodium bicarbonate. Sodium hydrogen carbonate reacts with sulfuric acid. It gives you sodium chloride, carbon dioxide and then water. So whenever you are finding carbonate in the reactant, carbon dioxide will be one of your product. So this in these equations you can find carbon dioxide. So this will be the test for carbon dioxide. So the gas evolved from these one. Gas evolved when passed through lime water, it turns milky. Okay, and we know this acid dissolved in water can be dissociated into their ions. So HCl, when it is dissolved in oxygen, when it dissolved in water, so it can be dissociated into H plus and then Cl minus, that is hydrogen ion and then chlorine ion. Similarly, acetic acid CH3COOH, it can be dissociated into acetate ion and then hydrogen ion. Okay, this concentrated solution of acid is diluted. Concentrated is rarely used. Only those diluted acids we will be using for many equations or many reactions. So concentrated solution of acid is diluted by mixing water. Then concentration of H plus or H3O plus ion per unit volume will be decreases. This will be the same case for bases also. Here we are telling that H plus and H3O plus, there it will be hydroxide, that is OH minus. That we'll see now. So these are all the chemical properties for acids. So next one, it is bases. Since we know it is having bitter taste and soapy to touch, turns red litmus blue, conducts electricity in solution and release OH minus ions in aqueous solution. And this can be classified into two types, that is water soluble and then water insoluble. Actually, the hydroxide of alkali and alkaline earth metals are soluble in water. What is this alkali and alkaline earth metals? This is actually present in the first two groups of the periodic table. That we'll see later. Just now it is enough to know what it is. So the hydroxide of alkali and alkaline earth metals are soluble in water, and these are alkalis. Mostly these alkalis are considered as the strong base. Okay, how can you tell that it is strong acid and strong base? How we are telling it is strong? Actually, the H plus ions and OH minus ions, I am telling now, it can be completely dissociated. It can be completely replaced. When it is completely replaced, it is called as a strong base or strong acids. If it is partially, then it will be weak acids or weak bases. Okay, now chemical properties of bases. So same, metal reacts with base, it gives you salt and hydrogen. So NaOH reacts with zinc, it gives you sodium zincate and then hydrogen. Similarly, sodium hydroxide reacts with aluminium along with water, it gives you sodium aluminate. So wherever I am writing the equation, it should be the balanced one. The next one is base reacts with non-metal oxide. It gives you salt and water. So base react with non-metal, any non-metal we are taking here. So CO2, that gives you Na2CO3 plus H2O. So one salt along with water. Then calcium hydroxide reacts with carbon dioxide. It gives you calcium carbonate plus water. See, these non-metals are acidic in nature. So if you have taken the CO2, since it is a non-metal which dissolved in water, it gives you carbonic acid. Okay, so we are calling them as acidic in nature. Next is neutralization reaction. This one already we have seen in the first video. That is, when acid reacts with base, it gives you salt and water. So any acid and any base, if you take, so it gives you salt along with water. Okay, Just like base reacts with non-metal oxide, this acid can be reacted with metal oxides. So when acid reacts with metal oxide, it gives you salt along with water. So CaO, that is calcium oxide, when it reacts with HCl, that is metal oxide, here we have taken calcium oxide, and acid is HCl. Both reacts to give calcium chloride along with water. And these metal oxides are basic in nature. Non-metal oxides are acidic in nature and metal oxides are basic in nature. So these bases, since we have seen in acids also, when it is dissolved in water, it can be dissociated. So here also this NaOH, when it is dissolved in water, is dissociated into sodium ion and then hydroxide ion. This OH minus ion and H plus aqueous, when it reacts, it gives you water. So dilution, whatever it is, whether it is acid or it is a base, it is mostly an exothermic reaction. So what is exothermic? We know exo means it is out. So heat can be liberated or evolved. Okay. So these are the chemical properties of acids and bases. So far we have seen introduction, their physical properties and then chemical properties. And after this we'll see their pH value and then family of salts. These are the two things remaining in this lesson. So that we'll see it soon. Thank you.